Alongside Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And the Warriors dynasty with their core seemingly over. You never want to completely scratch them out. But, Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership. They had it all. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's George in at the point guard position.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Curry gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. It's Curry outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Curry's got 5 now.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Here's Wiggins, and it's Podziemski in the corner. Golden State moving the ball around beyond the arc. Curry can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Late June, NBA free agency is such a busy time for you, Shams. During the start of that hectic period, walk us through your day. What's your life like? I've asked you this before in previous times you've been out here with us, but do you get any sleep?
I'm up 24/7 because the great part about free agency, Kevin, is you never know when you might get that call, you might get that text. When a player has committed, when a player has decided to go to a specific NBA team, that is what I live for. That's what I know the fans live for, and I'm one of those fans, so I want to make sure I know as well, and I'm able to inform in an appropriate, timely, responsible, and fair way, and accurately. So for me, there's not much wiggle room when it comes to sleep. I try to make up for it later, but NBA free agency, trade deadline, draft, those are time periods when I know I have to be on. I might be getting a call now, Kevin, actually.
Well, wait, I was just going to ask you. We're doing this game. I'm looking at your phone. It's lighting up. You're looking down. You're looking at the game. You're talking to me. You're doing two things at once.
I have to be multitasking at all times, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, it's the best. Jazz trail by 8. So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Warriors making a change here. Kuminga's checked in, and Utah with a change here, too. Sensabaugh is checked in. Curry against George. Back to Kessler. Shoots over Podziemski. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Golden State now. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Curry on the wing. A three ball. And another three for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
George passes to Collins. Back to George. There's the three. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry looking around. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Think about the impact that Steph has had on this game. Him and his team have changed the way the game is played. They have ushered in the three-point era.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Filipowski comes in for John Collins. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Keontae George.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Collier, guarded by Curry. To the paint. Outside for Sexton. Wide open look. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
It's Curry outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Sensabaugh. Just 3 on the clock, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Hield. And it's Waters in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Green with the jam.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Jazz trail by 19. Pass to Eubanks. Now, here's Sexton. Here's Sensabaugh. Defended by Kuminga. 5 to shoot. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That's someone, wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Outside, Sexton to the middle. Filipowski. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Now the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron, and that certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum, and we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. Collins looking around. From deep, George gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And just great to have Shams join us, isn't it, guys? Such a wealth of knowledge.
Yet no one is more locked in on the league. If there's a move happening, Shams knows about it before the players do. He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Outside Collins. Outside Markkanen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
There's the triple. And another 3 for Golden State.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
There's the drive. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And here's George for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside Curry. From deep. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And please direct your attention to center court and Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draw.
Hey, folks, and welcome. Gotta be impressed with what he's done so far, right, fellas?
Oh, for sure, Ernie. It reminds me of the times when my shot was falling. There was no better feeling.
Hold on for a second. Upstairs, can you give me that footage? I don't remember Kenny doing.
And now revisiting that first half for Steph Curry, he was lights out.
Curry brings a different...
That is more than enough of us. Let's sit.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Curry has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Taking a look at the Jazz. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Kessler in at the center. And the rejection by Collins.
It remains Golden State basketball.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Clock is at 3. It's Curry outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Warriors. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Here's Sexton. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. But Jemski's shot is good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And it's good for 2.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Back to Podziemski. Golden State moving the ball around. They double team Curry. To the inside. Now Jackson Davis. Nothing on the board. A three-pointer is right on target.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
From deep, George. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Pass to Curry. Back to Jackson Davis. They double team Curry. Here's Green from outside the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got 7.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And George kicks to Sexton. Shoots over Podziemski. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Wiggins outside. Trying to find Jackson Davis and gets it to him. They double team Curry. Green against Markkanen. And Green gets it to go. 9 points for Draymond Green. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Golden State's gotten all 4 of their three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Back to Jackson Davis. And he jams it with authority.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
No, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Curry.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Outside, Green. Back to Jackson Davis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Jackson Davis has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
And it's George finishing it off.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Jackson Davis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Jackson Davis has got 4 points this quarter. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And now Utah, fast break. And that's good from Sexton on the assist by Markkanen. Sexton's got his second basket of the night. Curry against George. Launches a 3, and that's good. Stephen Curry for 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today since we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Jonathan Kuminga, Kevon Looney out there with Anderson. Then it's Hield, and it's Waters in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Kuminga. Here he goes. And Kuminga throws it down.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Pass to Filipowski. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Williams. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Anderson passes to Waters. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Collier, covered by Hield. Fires for 3. Sends the ball, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Kuminga against Williams. Anderson can't get it to go.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And that one is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Hield outside. 2 points. That one goes.
Nice move. Hield showing he's not just a three-point shooter.
Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Sends the ball, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
That's a 2 from Hield. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
For the finish, there's the killer two-handed slam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
The Jazz again can't hit it.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Hield outside. And the 3-ball is good. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is what Hield does. Exceptional at spacing the court with his three-point shooting.
Pass to Eubanks. Looking to end the run. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, and the defense allowing some room here on the inside in the second half, and they're taking advantage. A lot of their points coming from in the paint.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for the Warriors. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Count it.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Outside, Sexton. Outside, Markkanen. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. And Utah making a change here. Kessler's checked in.
Number 24, Walker Kessler.
Hield against George. Now, here's Sexton. Not a lot of room. 3 on the clock. And Kessler throws it down.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Kuminga dishes to Hield. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Stephen Curry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. That's one he knows he should have drained.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes a 3, trains the three-pointer.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped this.
Oh, my
wow.
goodness.
Man.
A aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Healed from outside, and another three for Golden State.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And here's George. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup for your Warriors, number 61.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that, David, thank you.